Fellow Ugandans, I have this thing that has been bothering me for quite some time, and I thought, well, let me come today and talk about it. Question is, why aren't Ugandans applying for international positions, or let's say positions outside the country? We have the qualifications. You'd be on a recruitment panel, you put out a job advert, and no Ugandans apply. You find, like, say, 5 Kenyans have applied, 10 Pakistanis have applied, 20 Indians have applied, some Zimbabweans apply, but zero application from Uganda. Why? Like, that thing bothers me so much. And I don't know whether we just look down on ourselves, or we don't know that our qualifications are actually good, or we stand a chance to be interviewed in these positions in other countries. Why are we sticking to only positions in Uganda? Yeah. We have the same qualification. You find someone with, let me talk about my field. Like, I'm an accountant, but you find someone who has been an accountant in Uganda for quite some time. They have the experience. Our CPA in Uganda is the financial reporting framework is IFRS. So you understand IFRS. How come someone in Kenya is going to apply for a position with CPA Kenya, and someone with CPA Uganda is not applying for the same position? Why are you looking down on yourself? Those qualifications are enough for these positions in other countries. Don't just look at the Uganda job market. So you stand like you want to switch a job, but then you're just looking at, okay, what has been advertised on URA, what has been advertised on NSSF, MTN. Yes, I understand some of us are not, like, we can't leave the country for various reasons, and that's legit, like, it's okay. But those of you who are able to move, why are you restricting yourself to only Uganda? It's better, especially for single people, like people who are still young, you've not yet established a family, even those with families, and you can still move. These positions are available. You can still move with your family if you wish to do that. So the point of this video is, stop restricting yourself. It's better to start looking at yourself as a global citizen, especially in the situation where the world is in right now. It's so bad to have like a restricted mindset. Like, you have to think of the world as like your playground. It's like we are all on this earth. Look at an opportunity. If an opportunity has been advertised in Russia, you have the qualifications, put in your CV. Stop thinking that, well, they want people who are just in that country. They just want someone who has the qualifications. Yes, some job adverts can restrict. They say, we want people in this area. But if you've not seen that restriction, go for these jobs. Yeah, those jobs exist. Like, go on LinkedIn, look for all jobs that have been advertised, accountants specifically, because that is the field I'm in. These jobs are available. Stop restricting yourself to only roles in Uganda. The jobs are available globally. So this is the mindset that I want you guys to switch. Like, the qualifications you have are enough. Don't think that you need to add on to something. You know, in Uganda, we have this thing of, well, they want someone with masters. I've specifically not yet done my masters because I've not yet seen, like, the return on investment. I don't see it right now. I'll do it when I see value for it. But there are so many positions outside Uganda where you don't even need a master's. You don't have to work in World Bank. You don't have to work in IFC, all those global positions. There are so many companies that are looking for people with your experience, with your expertise, with your qualifications. So just comb up your CV, get someone to review it. Like, there are so many things you can do. Just look at people who are in the same field like you and ask them, okay, I would want to leave Uganda. What roles are available? The roles are even there. Like, you don't have to ask someone for their roles. And there's the other thing we have of like, we think you need a connection somewhere. It's a very big thing in the country, I understand. And yeah, that mindset can restrict you, by the way, if you're not careful. So don't wait for who you know in a certain company. You've seen a company on LinkedIn advertising for an accountant, an auditor, or a nurse, or like a doctor, a pharmacist, like any field. As long as you have those qualifications, go after those roles. You know, there is just so much information on media for people who are, like, say, going into these countries seeking for asylum. But we have very few qualified people who are actually putting out this information that, hey, not everyone needs to go through the asylum route. You can actually move with the qualifications that you have. It's going to just require a certain what am I going to call it? A certain level of grit. Like you have to go for these positions when you know you're the only one who deserves that position. Because when you go for those kinds of interviews for qualified people, just know you're competing with someone from like all the different countries. But you have to believe in yourself that, hey, I've been in this role, I have the knowledge. So you go for it, well knowing you're the best person for that role. Yeah, stop this mindset that we usually have of Ugandans. We make ourselves humble. We think we just have to be handpicked for position. That is restricting you if you've been trying and then you're presenting yourself without that level of grit in that, like in job interviews. It's that is what is affecting you. So go with all your knowledge, with grit, with determination for these job interviews, and you'll get the roles. Yeah. So that is what I wanted to put out. Please stop restricting yourself, Ugandans. Go for these global roles. We want to see more professional people. Going after global roles. These roles are available. They were not made for only other nationalities, let me say. They are meant for Ugandans as well. So as long as you want to leave the country, for various reasons, if you're not able to leave, that is still fine. But I'm talking about people who want to leave Uganda via the qualified route. The visas are there. Stop thinking the visa process is complicated, that someone has to work things out for you. No, you went to school, you understand English. If you're applying in like a country that speaks English, you can interpret those instructions yourself. You don't need any help. Just go get the role, apply for the visa, and so many countries help with that process anyway. So stop thinking of the visa route before you even land the role. Go to LinkedIn today, search for any role that is advertising in your field, come up your CV, apply for the position, present yourself ready for the interview, and then try to win that role over. Okay. So that is what I wanted to say. And yeah, I really hope we are going to change this whole mindset of to leave Uganda, you have to just go via the asylum route. You have to first cook up something, you have to forge documents, like all that is not necessary. Okay, just believe in the qualifications you have, believe in your knowledge, go after those roles. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just hoping so many more qualified professionals will come out and start spreading this kind of information. Like, it's so discouraging to see so many Ugandans doing interviews on YouTube, on TikTok, but then everyone is just talking about the asylum route. Where are you professionals? Why aren't you putting out the same message that, hey, I'm a doctor, I didn't have to go through asylum and then practice later. I actually got a job as a doctor in Uganda, and then I moved as a qualified person. I'm an accountant. I got a job when I was still in Uganda and moved via like the formal route. Like, we don't all have to forge documents. You don't have to, yeah. Just not, all I wanted to say is these jobs are available. Go after them, especially if you're qualified. You don't have to do the asylum every time. Okay. All the best.